I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Hold on. I'm here. I made it. Hi. Every day I get a little bit closer to a lion's mane. Sure, we could call it that. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Holy, why? What? Are we on a IP train? What happened? I was downstairs. I was downstairs. Well, that's certainly something to walk up to. Man, y'all are halfway through level 4. Good lord. We were working on something special for breakfast. It now will be up pretty soon. Before, when was this? This was before Thursday? Yeah. Like sometime the middle of last week. The middle of last week, Mom reached out to me and was like, Mallory really likes apple butter, right? And I was like, yeah, she really likes apple butter. And she's like, okay. She's like, I got some, like, homemade apple butter or something that she had bought from, like, a small, you know, homemade apple butter, but, you know, from, like, a really small place. And she's like, what does she like to eat apple butter on? And, like, I didn't know exactly what, so I just asked. I was like, he was like, well, you know, if you're eating apple butter and you're not currently in a panic running away from Piggy, what do you like to eat on? And she's like, biscuits, you know, if I could choose. So, and this was before Thursday. Mom had got apple butter and some biscuits, and we got them. So these are those biscuits you bake, and then they're like layered and they come apart. This is one biscuit. I went to pull it apart in the middle, and like the top third came off, and then the bottom third came off, and I'm like, then I just have 3. That's how this will work. It's good. It's very good. La-dee-da. I haven't had apple butter in a long time. Man. There's different types of biscuits, right? Because these are the layered ones, but you've also got some that are like fluffy, I guess would be the better way. Like if you go to a breakfast place, like if you go down to Bojangles, they're gonna be fluffy. They're gonna be fluffy. They're not gonna be layered. I don't know if they're a little stale, they could be bluffy. It's possible. Good lord, you're on to level. So what happened? Oh, is that emote thing happening? Because I got an email. Brandon says it's the emote thing. Okay. Oh, Christ. Mouthful solo duet. I gotta say that I am feeling really good. Maybe it's because I'm eating real good food. I'm having a good day, at least so far. But later on I'll have to get into my car, 'cause I gotta go feed Rocco after breakfast stream. Doing the solo duet's really hard because instinctively I want to put rhymes in the first line. And then as soon as I do, my brain's like, that's not where rhyme goes. And I'm like, shoot. Then I have to make a new rhyme. That could be hard. Just rhyme everything. 8 rhymes. Maybe I'll start trying to just do that. That was 5,000 bits from Danny X6, who says, mouthful solo duet. So right before that happened, I was going to talk about the emote thing. I was on Twitch, I think, was it yesterday? And they're doing, I mean, at least on desktop, God knows what they're doing on any other system. On desktop, it comes up and it like tells you about it. It's like, hey, there's this thing happening. But yeah, there's new emotes that are currently happening. And once you've earned them, they're permanent. And Brandon's got the link right there to August 30th. Yeah, gift sub, or 300 plus bits. And it's actually doing it as a part of a high P train, I guess, is a pretty nice little thing, because then you're not only getting the emotes for the event, you're also just getting the hype train emotes as a result as well. So that's neat. How many are there? There's like 15 or 20, I think, something like that. Anyway, is this the 25 song? Yeah, this is the song he plays during the 25 video. That's right. Anyway, I'll get to reading alerts soon. There's gonna be a lot of alerts to read, but I'm gonna continue to just enjoy this and read chat. Ooh, there's the bottom. The top was like medium cookedness. The bottom's the crunchy part. It's not burnt, but it's, you know, comparatively crunchy. And then we got this part out of the center, where both the top and the bottom are going to be heavenly. And I'm really looking forward to this last one. That's why I saved it for last. But that does have a lot of crunch. And Space Victim said, when did I get this emote? So that's part of the event. If people are doing lots of bits or lots of gift subs at a time, stuff goes to the community as well. So by just being here, you can also receive emotes, and that's really neat. Oh snap! Thank you all. I sincerely appreciate that. It was a little wild to walk up into a train, especially at level 4. I was like, what happened? I'm downstairs making biscuits. Oh Lord. Okay. This is here we go. This has been pulled from the middle of a biscuit. The top and the bottom have been removed, which means it is pure angelic softness on both sides. Cat says it's going to be too soft with no balance. Disagree. Disagree, and here's why. I've already had that balance. I've already had it. That being said, would I want every biscuit in my life to be like this? No. No, because this does in many ways stop being a biscuit. Because it does. But it's still nice. It's very nice. It's a nice change. So when I was a kid, I was telling Mal this morning when she was baking these. When I was a kid, my mom would make these sometimes, the multi-layer biscuits. Coffee! And I would eat them layer by layer. It would take me 15 minutes to eat a biscuit. And I would just pull off the top layer and just eat like the one layer. And then it's like wafer thin, but I'm still doing it. I'm like pulling off the next layer and then eating it. Certainly I'm not alone, right? Certainly other people did. It's fun. It's different. I mean, admittedly, like, when you are a busy adult with many other things to do, it's not the best way of consuming them. But when you're a kid with some time, it's fun. That's good. Anyway. Sorry, meal part's chewy. Also, Yuki, yes. I saw your message. Scroll up. I did get your email. I haven't had a chance to respond to it because in general, if I get an email from literally anyone, the approximate amount of time it takes to receive a reply is a while. I've been playing email tag actually with the Brotons, who have some music that we play on Breakfast Stream occasionally. Coffee. And like, I mean, we're both like pretty behind on emailing each other, but I'm always the worst. And I'll get an email, and then they'll receive a response like the next month, and it's gone on for so long that they just know to expect that now. It works out. It works out. I'll be up here shortly. You heard her making her coffee. That apple butter. The one bad thing about the apple butter is I can feel.
What can you feel?
It leaves like a film on the roof of your mouth a little bit. You know what I mean?
No.
No?
No. Morning. What'd I miss?
Well, there was a high P train when I walked up that completed full length of train.
Wow.
I know. Otherwise, folks are very excited. There's a emote event to earn additional emotes. Otherwise, people are very excited about biscuits and apple butter. And we were discussing about how when I was a kid, I would pull them off individually. And I sang a little song about. I sang a duet by myself, and then also talked about, as part of that duet, that we're gonna go feed Rocco.
Yeah.
He's such a sweet boy. God, he's such a sweet cat. He's precious, and he's the type of cat that he doesn't have the full meow. He's a quiet meower.
Is that anything like a close talker?
Like a low talker. Then that's just the way he is, and it's so precious. He's just so precious. You come in and you're like, "Hi, buddy," and he goes, "Ah." And you're like, "You ready to eat?" I'm like, "Okay."
Chess says, "What's a quiet cat like? I'm not familiar with this."
For the folks that are asking about making sure I vlog him, I have. I still gotta get. I gotta get how many vlogs out? 2 or 3?
I think we fed him Sunday.
Yeah, but he's continually featured. It's also been really nice because I haven't seen the boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I gotta tell. So here's the big thing. Just being in my parents' house is so strange. Like, aside from hanging the Untitled Goose Game painting in, what, June?
I don't know.
Was it June, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't remember exactly. You know, aside from that, I don't think I've been in there since March. So I haven't even been in my parents' house in months and months and months. So Mao hadn't been in since March. So yeah, it was
I didn't realize the bottom of these got so burnt because I ate a top earlier.
They're not that burnt. They look more burnt than they are. They're crunchy, but I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're bad at all. Anyway. Was it July 6th? Okay, so it's early July. Yeah, and just to talk briefly about my parents, I haven't looked at the alerts yet, so there might be some folks that ask about this in the alerts, but my parents, I talked about it on Thursday's vlog, but my uncle passed away, unfortunately. My mom's soul brother, and they went up, what, Sunday?
Sunday.
They went up Sunday. So it's a they did the funeral yesterday. It was a private funeral, so it was very, very few people there. It was not open to the public. It was just immediate family, and so they're up there now. I don't think they're watching Breakfast Stream. They're probably honestly very exhausted from yesterday, so they're probably asleep. But I appreciate all the love and condolences and stuff. And if you want to leave condolences for my mom, you can just leave a comment on Thursday's vlog. Now make sure that she has a chance to see all of that. So, but they're up there now, and I'm not exactly sure when they're going to be coming back. So in the meantime, we're just taking care of Rocco, and he's an angel. He's such a good cat. He is such a... So, growing up, we had another cat before Rocco when I was growing up until I was about 15, named Mittens. And Mittens was a sweet cat, but she liked her family, and that was it. Like, she liked me and Mom and Dad, and if anyone else came in that house, I mean, just hiss and growl and, like, how dare you be here. And she was also the type of cat that, you know, you could pet her, and how many pets you got? But there was a hard cutoff line. It was like...
And she would let you know?
Yeah, like, I'm okay with the petting, I'm okay with the petting. Done with the petting. So, you know, she was very...
She sounds like a tortoiseshell. She was... a striped tabby, right? With like a white paws and a white belly?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Elspeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was,
Mike says even Austin? Like, even people who were over regularly? Was she that way with them?
I mean, yeah. Like, basically anyone who didn't live in the house. Basically. So, that was... And I loved her. You know, I loved Mittens. And I was devastated when she passed away. I was 15. But when we got Rocco, like a year and some change later, it really, like, I had been around other cats, but I didn't live with other cats, so getting a chance to, like, be around Rocco was my first indication of, like, holy crap, cats can be super chill. And I grew up with cats, and I loved cats, but getting a chance to be around Rocco was my first indication of, like, oh wow, this is a really good cat. And Rocco has always been, like, super chill. You could pick him up and just carry him for as long as you want, and he's just like, I'm okay with this. And you pet him, and he never, like, hissed at you or anything, like, and he was super friendly to everyone else, so...
I think you only got to meet the cat I had growing up, like, once. Maybe twice.
Something like that.
But, like, he was always friendly to people. And he, like, when Stephanie would come over to my dad's house, he was fine with her.
Coffee!
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he was not thrilled about you. I don't know why.
It's a shame. Virginia asked how old Rocco is. I'm pretty certain Rocco turned 14 this year. I'm pretty sure I have that right. I hope I do. But I think so. So, he's getting older, but he is... I mean, he's still Rocco. Actually, I was... when I was going through, we have all the like family photos scanned, not organized, which is a huge pain in the butt, but they're scanned. And I was going through old photos to find pictures of my uncle, and while I was doing that, I found some photos of Rocco, like from when I was younger.
And Mittens.
Well, I found a lot more photos of Mittens than Rocco,
Yeah.
and I think it's because Rocco exists in the era where I had digital cameras, and those are the collection of like scanned photos and
Yeah.
not digital photos.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to get all my photos together and then organize them in a meaningful way. Back in Red says, does he live a modern life? That is why he's named Rocco. That is why he's named Rocco. I picked him out when I was a teenager, and you know, I had always loved Rocco's Modern Life, and I named him after the show. One day. I'm going to tell you, from my uncle passing and going through the photos and stuff again, it made me realize that is my next big project. Like, obviously the next thing I'm working on, the immediate thing that I'm currently working on is 2018 vlogs. But at the conclusion of those, the next big thing I jump into will have nothing to do with the channels. It's just going to be the proper organization of every photo we have ever taken, every photo my family's ever taken or we own or any of that is going to be properly cataloged, organized, put into the cloud for, you know, backup purposes, and tagged. God, it's going to be tagged. You know how you have no idea how many times there have been vlogs where I've wanted to include a photo from something and I can't find it because it's the equivalent of thousands of photos thrown into a box. So I'm really looking forward to having tags to be like, bloop.
Thomas says, my library senses are tingling.
Thomas, I will make you proud. I will make you so proud. You have no idea.
We just filed everything in our filing cabinet.
That would make you proud.
That would make Thomas proud. Because I have an index.
Raisins in my toast and files inside the cabinet.
He says, let me in on that metadata.
So, yeah. It's, there's... Organization is a big thing this year. That's the goal. And actually, I know I saw some folks asking about 2018 vlogs. And again, there might be some stuff in the alerts, which I need to start soon, because there's a lot. That pretty soon, this week, I honestly thought that, you know, by the beginning of this week that I would have had one out, but then of course my uncle passed away, and I've been fairly involved with that process, so that's going to be something I'm working on soon. But not today, because today there will be a first 20 stream. So, if you want to see me play some games, I'm going to be playing some games today. 4 games at least, and possibly more, we'll see. So, people are always going to ask when the first 20 stream is, and I'm always like, I don't know. Like, this afternoon? Probably not before 3 p.m. Eastern. Almost certainly not before 3 p.m.
I get beat.
Yeah. If I could do it before 3 p.m., God, I'd love to. But probably not before 3 p.m. Yeah. Oh, and I promise, as soon as I'm done, I'll start reading these. The other thing is that there will be an extra stream this week.
Besides first 20 stream.
So there's breakfast stream today, first 20 stream a little later today.
Thursday?
Breakfast stream Thursday. Breath of the Wild on Friday night. And then we are going to be doing and this is I'm just gonna say this because there's gonna be immediate speculation, and I want everyone to know that before I say this, I don't know anything else. I'm only the messenger. If this makes your speculation senses tingle, that's up to you. I'm just telling you what I've been told. On Saturday, I'm going to be doing a special stream with Mal of Super Mario Odyssey and giving away copies of the game courtesy of Nintendo. I know immediately people are like, but why? I'm only the messenger. I know no additional information, so please don't be like, is this for... I don't know. I'm only here to let you know that on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a little afternoon stream. And we will be playing Mario Odyssey and giving away copies of the game. And the copies of the game are provided courtesy of Nintendo. Yeah. And there's a few people asking, is Canada included? It is not. And I am so sorry.
Thomas says I look surprised. I knew.
Yeah, I wish only folks who are in the U.S. Are eligible to win the codes. I am sorry. I do not make these rules. But yeah, that'll be on Saturday. And Mao and I are super different when it comes to Odyssey because Mao has... You beat it, and also you've done, like, most of the moons.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many there are, but there's a ton, and you've done probably north of, like, 700?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Whereas I have played it during Colosseum? And a little bit...
Most of that was blindfolded, too.
So we're gonna figure out exactly how we want to do it, but we're just gonna be... It's gonna be super casual stream, alerts will be on, and things like that. We've kind of thought about maybe doing a half and half type thing where, like, for the first half we maybe start from the beginning and then show off a little bit of the game and then load up your file and just cruise around.
I can't remember if you can get moons that you already got or not. I don't know.
So. Our Doodle says, is this stream an ad? Only if you hear that song. If you hear that song. I guess it's all hashtag ad if we're giving away copies of the game. So to answer your question, I guess yes. So yes, it's a it's a hashtag ad. Anyway. I know that there's definitely going to be speculation, and I also, whenever I heard what they wanted to do, my first thought was, but, this is the 35th anniversary of Mario this year, so take that as you will. Alright, let's start working through alerts, because it's 9:30. And we gotta...
I thought you would have done some while I was gone.
No, I ate biscuits. Just gotta eat some biscuits. We got a sub from BurnGamer01. Welcome. Also, a sub from MROM15. Welcome to you. We got a sub from Smile Happy Face. Welcome. All sorts of good folks. And then a sub from Notice Skuhai. Or Notices. Is that Cowhigh? Whatever I've said has brought you a lot of humor. You could just help.
It's Notices.
Notices Kuhai.
Because notice me, senpai. It's Ko.
Kohai?
Ko.
You don't know.
No, I do.
Starting alerts with beans. Why not? Sure. Let's do it. 4 months from Cala Libre, who says, Sunday night gang! And yeah, these are some of the alerts that were from Sunday. We had 3 bits from Danny X6. This was on Monday, who says, the crickets are restless, so figure out your playstyle while you explore your brand new Animal Crossing island. You have to live with the junk in your trunk. Hashtag just one. Hashtag maximum jolly. How am I doing with the vague stream teasers each week? Very good. Very good. We had a really fun time in Breath of the Wild on Friday.
Yeah.
And you know, if you missed that stream and you're watching through the VODs, enjoy it. Oh, just as a little side note, the highlight is fine. If you watch the VOD, the beginning of the VOD is muted, but I took care of it on the highlight, because the highlight is what goes into the collection, where if people are going to watch it later, that's what they see as the highlight. It doesn't affect any gameplay stuff anyway. It's the very, very beginning of the stream. But there was a song issue. But yeah, it was fun. Eventide. 16 months from Konosuga says, yay, 16! 14 months from Andrew in the Kitchen. Andrew in the Kitchen resubscribes for 14 months and says, good morning, Stephen and Mal, 14 months of crunch. And also, sending lots of love and my best wishes to Deb and Steve too. I hope that they are keeping well. They are keeping well. It was actually funny, last night they sent me a message, and they're like, here's dinner for tonight, and they had went through the drive-thru of Taco Bell. And coincidentally, last night we made tacos. So they sent us a picture of Taco Bell, and then we sent them a picture of our homemade tacos, and they were like, that looks better. And I'm like, can't help you.
They have to rely on takeout and drive-thrus right now, so.
They do. They do. And it's interesting because my parents have not driven that far.
Since, oh, this is even further, though, than when we evacuated to Emil's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My parents have not driven this far in a long time. Because, so the last time they drove this far was when we were in Maryland, which was in 2009. And it's about 8 hours, 8.5 hours from here up to Maryland. And they did it. They did it. We were calling to check in on them. Just make sure they were doing all right on their drive.
Checking them on Find Friends.
Yeah, we have the location services turned on, so we could every once in a while we would just go like check their location, be like, where are you? Okay, all right, you're getting there. They did well. They did well. Sparks15 gifted a sub to
they're watching.
To Stochastic. Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Sparks15, thank you. Well, good morning, Mom and Dad.
The biscuits were good with the apple butter.
I hope you guys slept well. And Chad is saying hi. I was curious if they would try and watch this morning or not. I don't know if they were up right as the stream started, but they're apparently up and moving now. Anyway, lots of love is being sent your way from everyone here, and I hope that your day goes well. Hope that your day goes well. They were telling us some of the about some of the precautions and stuff that like the hotel is taking, and makes me feel good, you know, because admittedly it's one of the things I'm anxious about is like we've all stayed very safe here, we've all been extremely careful, and going off into the wild blue yonder is, I understand the necessity, but it was frightening for me, and it's nice to hear about, you know, things like the hotel taking things very seriously, and everything has to be requested.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even have, like, a coffee maker.
Brandon says it's a toss-up for hotels, whether or not they do things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, their hotel's been taking things super seriously, which is nice. So they didn't even have, like, a coffee maker in the room. They had to request it. And when they requested it, it came in, like, a shrink-wrapped thing. So, like, they had, like, cleaned the stuff and then put, like, shrink wrap around it to make sure that when they gave them the coffee maker, it was like, no one's touched this. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. So, we steamed your coffee. Kind of. But yeah, there was not like a lot of extra stuff in the room, and they're like, just request it and we'll bring it up shrink wrapped. It was pretty good. So we got 4 months from Summer Sencho. It says, 4 months. Thank you for always making the weeks a little easier for us all. Well, thank you for doing that for us too. The streams always help us get through the week as well. Sparks15 continuing that generosity by gifting a sub to Thomas. Thank you, Sparks. 5 months from 63 fills. 5 months already. Time flies when you're having breakfast for lunch. Get that egg sandwich. 300 bits from NG Ben. Have you read the news about WWE trying out the virtual fans concept? They're calling it, being 100% serious about this, WWE Thunderdome. So I didn't read a lot about it, but I was on Twitter, it was yesterday or the day before, and I saw under trending Thunderdome, and I was like, what are you doing? I was like, that's my thing. And also a Mad Max movie from the 80s. But I clicked it and I saw that it was related to wrestling, but I didn't really look into it past that. But yeah, that's what they're doing. Thunderdome is my original, never before thought of thing. I invented the words after hearing them in a dream. Your dream.
You were talking in your sleep last night. That reminds me. I was finishing up the chapter of the book I was reading, and you just suddenly, like, your whole body just kind of flailed. And I was like, you okay? And you went, I tripped. And I went, what? And you were like, I tripped. Off the sidewalk. I was like, are you okay? And you were like, yeah.
Well, I tripped off the sidewalk.
I think you startled Kepi.
Oh. First poison, and now I tripped. Matt was the one that did poison, right? I don't think I was the one that said poison. I can't remember exactly, but I think Mao was the one that said poison. But she was the one that originally said Thunderdome, which is such a bizarre thing for a person to say ever. I did get poisoned in Minecraft. Maybe you were just thinking about that again.
Maybe.
Poison. Somebody said, yeah, it's true. It really doesn't matter who said poison. 20 months from Shaman. 5 months from Spooky Boy River. 3 months from Ryan2122. 7 months from Layla 3. 400 bits from Siraj G. Appreciate it. Macau2020 gifted 2 subs. 1 to Tranquil445 and 1 to Captain Comet. 300 bits from Aldo, who says, my job moved me to WFH. I guess I could just say work from home. Work from home is actually easier than me trying to...
Honestly, I was looking at that and I'm like, they moved you to Waffle House?
That would be,
and when you said work from home, I was like, oh, obviously not Waffle House.
Is Waffle House publicly traded? Is their stock symbol WFH? Because it should be. Jam says that's what the spare Waffle Houses are being used for. God. Sorry, I need to finish reading this thing now that we've gotten off track. My job moved me to work from home, so now I can watch Breakfast Stream without worrying about anyone noticing, unless one of my bosses is watching this, in which case I was never here. I think you're probably good. Your bosses are instead at the Waffle House. 2 months from Freaking Odd. Good morning, Crunch fam. Remember to hydrate and show yourself some grace today. I think those are both very good rules to follow. Both, equally. 300 bits from Paint Chipper says, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't like sopping wet, juicy bananas. Do you? Nope. Sure don't. Do we still have bananas in the freezer?
Yeah, I have 2.
You're gonna do some...
They have a very specific purpose. I just need, like, 3 ingredients.
Is it more bananas?
Okay, I could use 1 more banana for the recipe. But otherwise, no, it's 3 other ingredients.
Okay. Sparks gifted a sub to Malmakes.
Thank you.
Sparks gifting subs to all the Steven and Friends crew. Vegetable Sorbet gifted 2 subs, 1 to Brandon and 1 to Saxman. I'm just reminded of that song. Well, he was a sax man from the state of Tennessee. Is it Tennessee? Sounds right. 15 months from Dr. Luigi 51. Started playing Breath of the Wild for the first time right after I saw the first Let's Play episode and got hooked. Goodbye, productivity. It's a great game. great game. We've been thoroughly, thoroughly enjoying it. Is it Tennessee? Okay. Thank you, Basunas. Been a while since I heard that song. That is easily one of my favorite songs by it's a band. It's Andy Samberg and the other guys.
Yeah, I know, but I can't think of it.
They do the boat song. Christ almighty, I can't remember the names. Someone tell me. Lonely Island. Thank you, Hograth. Oh, Luna Boy got you before that. Yeah. Lonely Island. The other guys. Can't remember their names. I do my best. Spark15 also gifting a sub to Chugga Conroy. Very sweet. Thanks for that. 300 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. Oh, look. Oh, looks like there's a sopping wet juicy banana on the High P train. Did
Chaz just explained
Yeah, I was
it.
about to say. Chaz said one of the games he played for Banana Month, Thomas, had the phrase juicy banana in it, and we extrapolated from there. Okay. So whenever I hear things that are related to bananas, I assume that it's about Thomas.
Thomas says, listen.
So I'm making those connections. I'm like, okay, something must have happened on Thomas's stream. Wait, there's a Banana Month? There was. It's over now. But hey, get ready for Mango Month, which I hear is coming up soon. Thomas. 300 bits from Paint Chipper. Time to get on PP Choo Choo Mummy. 16 months from Wisenrail. 16, good morning. Love you guys. Thank you, Wisenrail. Good morning to you. 14 months from Tony21250. 14 months already. Let's see if I remember how to press that share button. And now back to lurking. You got it. You got 3.
Thomas says mangoes suck. I said it. No, they don't.
Wow. Ooh. Thomason here with the definitively bad opinions. Man. Thomas, I'm going to tell you something. I would rather have a mango than a banana.
Me too.
Just-
I only
just
want
hands
bananas
down.
for baking. Because I love banana cake.
Bananas win in convenience. Because they are convenient. I gotta give it to a banana. There's hardly a fruit that is as convenient as something that comes with its own handle. But like, if it's just a taste thing, if it's like we will hand you a banana or we will hand you a bowl of mango, I would choose mango 100% of the time. 100% of the time.
Reese posted on Instagram yesterday, Luca Jim.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of zucchini from her garden.
Yeah.
And she's like, what can I make with this besides zucchini bread? And I'm like, zucchini bread.
Zucchini for thousands of years has been used only for bread. And that's it. Sephiroth says, has a handle. Truly the GameCube of fruits. That is funny. I like that a lot.
Kai the Otaku Artist says, there's zucchini bread? Yes! And you can put chocolate chips in it, and it's so good.
Basuna says tell her to make zoodles. God, we haven't made zoodles in forever.
I got tired of them because they're always just watery and
They're really,
mushy.
they're really hard to get the texture right. It's possible to do it, but
Yeah.
we could never get it quite right. It was always still real moist, and that was like, oh. But are they a healthy alternative? I mean, yeah. If you want to avoid carbs, but still feel like you're eating pasta,
No, they're okay.
you gotta perfect things. Mike said she was also growing her own catnip. I saw that, and we had actually grown our own catnip when we still lived at the apartment.
Yeah.
The cats loved it, and they really, really enjoyed it.
They also liked wheatgrass.
Yeah.
They loved wheatgrass.
Yeah, you can grow low cat grass and let them eat it. And it's supposed to help soothe their stomachs if their stomachs get upset.
They just like to eat it too.
Yeah, actually sometimes they would just eat it to the point their stomachs got upset. Counterproductive. 300 bits from Dark Overlord with the Grandma Star Rain, and then 300 bits from Queen Sleep with the Grandpa Star Rain. 510 bits from Tranquil. Not usually up for breakfast stream due to it starting very early in the morning for me, but nonetheless, still happy to wake up and listen to our internet grandparents. Well, thank you, Tranquil. And I'm glad you're up early this morning. Maybe that'll mean you'll get, like, more done today. Maybe. Danny X6 with the 10 gift subs to Womp Crusher 9999, Xeon, Pokemon Princess 98, Chibi Skeeman, Max Spatial Awareness, Red 2006, Shiana-san, Isaac Wilton, Wicked Bostonian, and Giggletail. Danny, thank you for the milk bombs this morning. 3 bits from Macau. My university class schedule now allows me to see you guys for all streams, and can we get 2 episodes a month of Disc Only instead of just 1? It is something that we will consider at some point. We will consider. I'll be upfront and honest. Of the 4 of us, I am the holdout. From the very beginning, Tom, Jared, and John were all like, yeah, we could probably do 2 a month. And I was the one that stepped in and was like, let's give it some time. So I know that that's on me. And I'm open to the idea. It's just, you know, historically, I've always had a lot going on. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have a good handle on things before I move forward. I don't want to commit to something and make it stressful for me as a result. So I feel like that was fair. And then also, you know, since then, like, Fallout's done. So it's certainly a possibility. It's certainly a possibility. And I'll go ahead and tell you that already everyone else is on board. And once I am on board, we can do that. But I think it's probably something that'll happen. Mr. Gameboy 18 with the huge milk bomb. This all happened before I even got upstairs.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 8:59.
Yeah, I actually, well, I was like a minute late. Sorry. 25 subs this morning from Mr. Gameboy 18. Where did they go? I'll tell you with my mouth. Sael, UK Cats 0066, Umbreon Studios, The Beck 79, Toxic Sammy, Churchway 04, Synthwave Princess, DB505, Nidak Dak, Riddle Speedruns, Riza 001, Unclever Title, Lego My Mego, AJ Red 20, Witty Kitsune, Nintendo Fan 1038, Trademark 13, Insane Somniac, The Second, Arctic Kitsune 213, Terra T, a Math Teacher, Pyro Muffin 5, Salamis Dragoon, Darmani 28, and Gario Ario. That was... I don't think I've ever gotten through 25 so easily before. I feel like around...
Yeah, you did pretty good.
I feel like around 25 is where I'm, like, passing out. Those were some nice, easy names. Sometimes the names are, like, 90 syllables. So... Yeah. Yeah, that one worked out pretty well. Mr. Gameboy, thank you. Sincerely appreciate your generosity this morning, and hope everybody enjoys not only gift subs, but then also as a result the emotes for the event that certainly must have spread around as a result. We get 11 months resub from Mr. Game Boy, almost to a year. 9 months from Moonlit Boulevard. 23 months from Coffee Cats, who says almost 2 years of Crunch on Games. When will folks start hitting 2 years? Is that going to be, like, next week?
I feel like it was going to be this week, but might be next week.
Gotta be soon. 3 months from Neji10 Forever 67. I just had to resub to my grandparents. That's the law, right? We don't make the rules. We just enforce them. 21 months from Com Cody.
You enforce them?
You saying I don't enforce rules? Our lives have structure. Some structure. Fosdick says, I mean, no. Structure thanks to Mao. Yeah.
Chaz enforces the rules, Childay says.
Chaz also makes the rules? You know how you have any idea how weird it is to be streaming on Twitch and not actually know what's happening? Like, you see an alert and you're like, what alert is this? And everyone's like, oh, that alert's been there for a little bit. And you're like, what is this? And they're like, oh, well, Chaz put that. And they're like, I have no idea. Who knows? Who even knows? Chaz has it under control. We had 21 months from Cody, who says, man, it's been so long since I actually woke up before 8:30 to watch this. Summer has finally ended, so it's time to start school again. Hope to use this stream as a good way to wake up. Love you both, and keep up the great work. Well, thank you, Cody. And good luck as school starts back up again. 1400 bits from DannyX6, who says, there are high P trains in chat. High P trains in Steven's chat. Took me a bit, but I knew the tune. 300 bits from Macau 2020 with the Peggy Star Rain, immediately followed by a Peggy Alert. 2033 bits from LB. Thank you both. 20 months from Zach Chillman. My god, 20 months. Where'd the time go? Anyway, I'm gonna try and sleep. Night shift is a thing.
Oh.
You guys are background grandparents. Lots of love. Good luck. I hope as of right now you're sound asleep. I hope you're getting some Z's. Night shift would be like, I feel like I could do it, but I feel like it would cause problems in other areas too. Like it's a balancing act of factors. But I've always really enjoyed staying up. Like I feel like I do some of my best work at night, but I don't like waking up at night. That's the part I don't like. There's got to be sunlight when I wake up. If only we could, like, what if there were like two suns? What if we lived on Tatooine?
No nighttime.
There could be nighttime. They wouldn't be on like equal sides. They could be like skewed a little bit.
So when you get to that one point of the day where both rays are like directly
don't go outside
spot,
because you'll melt.
It'll burn a line in the earth all the way around.
Except that's happening all the time. Anyway.
Although to be fair, the planet, I don't know.
Renee says, but I want to be Pod Boy. Broken Picture Phone came out, and there's a fun reference to Pod Boy. I want Alex to do a dramatic retelling of the events of episode 1. 300 bits from Odd Anthony. Crunch, 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 crunch. 300 bits from White Wolf, who says, good job on Eventide on Friday. I just did it the other day and found out if you paraglide onto the Hinox and sneak when you land on him, you can just take the ball. Cool. You know, I had an idea when we were playing. My idea didn't work. Really upset me that it didn't work. Because up to this point, if you could imagine something in Breath of the Wild, it worked. Chess says, it was a good thought, though. I just thought everything, they got the rope physics and everything. I was like, I'm gonna take an arrow and I'm gonna shoot his necklace, which will cause it to break and drop the ball. And I did it, and that didn't happen, and also he was mad. But it's nice to know that there is a way to possibly get it without battling him. 967 bits from LB, who says, yay for apple butter.
Coffee. Apple butter.
I like how I said that. It was like, coffee.
Yay for coffee.
Yay. I mean, yes, both. I like apple butter, but it's not, it's your thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's more your thing than my thing.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like, I don't dislike it. It's good on biscuits.
You're right. Good on
you're
biscuits.
Really good on, yeah. You're really good on biscuits.
I'm really right about it being good.
It's not that sort of show. Sorry. 13 months from Furious Kitty. Appreciate it. 6 months from Back in Red, who says, 6! Wowie, my 6th month and my 2nd plus. Isn't that cash money? Also, a few streams ago, you told me to scream a wee at my Switch 2,033 times, and I can confirm I have done so. It hurts, but no Peggies on my Switch makes it worth it.
Always drink.
You gotta do what you gotta do. That'll help keep your Switch Peggy free. We get 100 bits from Com Cody, 100 bits from Incarnado, 300 bits from Furious Kitty, who says, just came home and turned on the computer. Beep beep! That's how I felt when I walked up the stairs. I was like, alright, we're gonna... Oh, I didn't know a train was going by. 18 months from Waste and Aeon. 18 months! Double Twitch, baby? Guess that Peggy is joined by Skin Dog. Shout out to Skin Dog. Not sure what Skin Dog's up to now.
I don't know if I want to know.
That is... There have been so many great moments over the years. The birth of Skin Dog is, honest to God, Cindy, yes, the official name, one of my most favorite things I've ever been a part of in my entire life.
I don't know if I've ever laughed that hard. Like, ever. Until then.
And, like, it's just wonderful. Chaz says it was a good time. And it was one of the rare parts of Extra Life where both Chaz and Dan were also in frame. Mm-hmm. So all 4 of us are there, and we're all just witnessing.
Witnessing.
Someone's probably got it clipped. It's probably clipped from a long time ago. Find the clip and watch if you don't know what we're talking about. It's family friendly ? Listen, we didn't do that. We didn't. The Legend of Cindy in the second half of that. Okay, so Chaz has got the YouTube link there. It's as Satsy says, the game did the horns. We didn't put the horn. We didn't add the horn. The game randomly generated a horn, and it put the horn between the legs. We didn't decide that. The game decided that. Good old Skin Dog. Anyway, Mr. Game Boy gifted a sub to Anise. Mr. Game Boy, thank you. We got a sub from Mr. T. Warner. Welcome. 300 bits from Kimikawa with the T star ring. Becca says, but they put the tongues. Listen. Kelly Griff says, wasn't Emil who said his ass contained? Bless everyone who was there live for that event, for that moment, and bless everyone who has seen that moment since. We all were touched that day with an incredible game. I gotta move on. 5 months from Shishisamu says, morning y'all, could use some of those patented good vibes. Work has reduced my hours to where I'm barely getting anything at all. Not sure how long this will last either. Good vibes. Saying good vibes is well as I can. I've got some folks in my life, some very close folks, who are experiencing the exact same thing to the point where they either have almost no hours or in some cases no hours. And I sincerely hope that things change for both them and you as soon as humanly possible. Because I know how difficult that has been on folks. And hopefully that'll change soon. We got subs from Dr. Luigi, or Dr. Luigi gifting a sub to Apple Butter. The Apple Butter itself has a sub. Mr. Gameboy gifting a sub to Jacebook. 5-month resub from Namron, who says, normally I watch the VOD on YouTube, but I happen to be watching the archive of the Breath of the Wild streams, since I didn't want to wait for them to come to YouTube. Can't usually make breakfast stream, because it's when the rush starts at work. Speaking of, here comes that rush. I've been impressed by the amount of people that are, sorry, Sorry, I just looked over and saw what Thomas wrote.
I've had that song stuck in my head all
Apple
morning.
butter jeans, boots with the jam.
When I preheated the oven, I was singing that in my head.
Why? It's not even the song. Anyway,
It's close.
Kinda. Anyway, I've been surprised at the amount of people that have been watching the archives on Twitch. There's so many people that they don't want to wait for the YouTube version. They're so excited that we're playing Breath of the Wild, which is fine. You know, that's why it's on Twitch. You can watch it. If you, the funny thing is, we're almost certainly making more episodes each week than we're releasing on YouTube, which is ideal. But you know, there's a gap right now of probably 30 episodes between the Twitch version and the YouTube version, and that is only going to get bigger as time goes on. So you know,
And at some point, it'll get smaller. Because we'll be done streaming
I
it.
guess.
And then it'll catch up.
I guess, but we're also gonna be streaming Breath of the Wild for, you know, a while, quite a while. We got 200 bits from HSU Adrian. Furious Kitty gifts 5 subs to Silver Demos, Neptunelican. That's how I choose to say it. Sunman Socks, Mr. Deathkills, and Lucas Styles Lowry. Furious Kitty, thank you. 100 bits from Bourbon de Dongo. 5 months from Charlemagne25, who says, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. It's Neptune Lycan, right? But Neptunelican is just fun to say. I routinely murder names.
Sometimes on purpose.
Sometimes on purpose. Every time I murder a name, just remember the names I didn't. Like Ryan. Haven't messed up Ryan. Neptune says, well, I don't actually know how it's supposed to be pronounced. See? Anyway, we have 528 bits from Rianne2122. See, the joke there is that it's from Ryan, but I pronounced it Rianne. It's a bad joke. With the star rain. Ryan, thank you. 16 bits from, 16 bits. 16 months. 16 bits. 16 months from Sudabite. 10 months from Ravendirk, who says, hey, Steven, glad to see another day of breakfast. Life has become really boring and empty lately, but your vids and streams have filled my time with laughter. So thanks for everything. I appreciate it. I'm glad that we can bring some level of entertainment. That is very important to me. Mr. Gameboy gives us up to Intelligent One. We have a 2-month resub from Siraj G. 2 months, hopefully many more to come, after following you for many years. I'm glad that you've been enjoying things for years. That's honestly, that means the world to me when people are like, I've been watching for 7 years. I'm like, I'm so glad that we haven't, like...
Stopped making
I mean, stopped,
content?
but more importantly, I'm so glad that we haven't made something crappy. I mean, we probably made something crappy. But, you know, like, someone hasn't been like, oh, I don't like this anymore. That's what means a lot. It's like if someone was watching 7 years ago, that our stuff has hopefully only changed for the better to the point where they're like, oh, look at this. Yeah, I'm glad that they've stuck around so long. Yeah. You know what I mean. Sometimes with my mouth, I do the words, and the words aren't as good as what my brain means. But, you know. Ravendirk says, you're literally the only person I've been subscribed to since I was a kid. That makes me feel good. I'd like to hope that, like, it's a twofold thing. I'd like to hope that our stuff over the course of the last decade has not changed substantially. So people that, you know, if you were enjoying our stuff a decade ago, you'll still enjoy it today. But then also, the changes that have occurred have just been, like, genuinely good changes. I feel like, for both of us, especially you, we've become better entertainers. Yeah. We've become better at, you know, speaking. I hope maybe I got better at video games. I doubt that sometimes. And then also, you know, putting more effort into the production side of things, right? Trying to figure out things like.
The vlog quality on the cameras is like.
Yeah. Yeah. Go back to watching the Flip era, and I'm like, oh, I filmed this with a potato. That's cool. That's nice. Dark Overlord says, your stuff has changed, but it's not a backtrack change. See, that's good. That's good. I definitely want there to be, like, change. Like, I want things to genuinely increase in, you know, production value and entertainment and things like that. It was the best potato at the time.
And it fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
Unlike
Oh,
anything else.
because 10 a.m. Is definitely the best time for anecdotes when there's so many other alerts to read. Since we were going through the filing cabinet stuff and going through, you know, just things that we've had forever. We shredded stuff from years and years and years ago, like all the way back to like 2011. We've just had all this stuff, and we're still, you know, going through it. And we've had a lot of discussions about, I mean, where we were in life, and like we would find old, like we found like old like credit card statements and stuff, which is just entertaining to be like, oh, what did we do? What did we get? You know, where did we eat? Because they're on there. But one of the things that we found, now I'm losing my train of thought. What were we talking about? I took so long to get to this point. Shoot.
I didn't know where you were going with it to begin with.
Well, what did I start with?
We were going through the file cabinet, looking at old stuff, and
Oh,
talking
God.
about where we've been in life.
Oh, God. Chaz with the mouse eye. There was a reason. Where was I going? Shoot. There was a purpose. Oh, I remember. It was about the camera. I got there. Woo! Saved it. One of the things that occurred to me that I had forgotten about is the fact that we were using the flip camera even when we moved to Columbia.
Yeah.
And that's because we didn't get the Canon camera.
Yeah.
Not the T2i, but the one that we used for vlogging. The
Yeah.
Thomas, shut your mouth. Like we didn't do that until we had lived there. Mm-hmm. And that was like,
Because we had it in a shadow box, I remember.
yeah. And that's wild to me.
Yeah.
Once a week somewhere, whether it's Twitch or Discord or something, Thomas writes, I'm gonna get banned. One of these days, he will. Anyway, I'll move on. Mr. Game Boy 18 gives a sub to Radio Scotty. 666 bits from Furious Kitty, who says, Microsoft Flight Simulator's out today. Hype! I haven't played it. I haven't touched Flight Sim in like a long, long time. But it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, it's just a beautiful game. I almost want it just to like see the world. Because it's a very pretty experience. Are you playing with a
Joystick?
There's a name for it though. Flight stick? Is it just called flight stick? I don't know what they're officially called. Because I have never had one. I think it's just called a flight stick. Pretty sure.
Coffee.
Plain Go stick. Yo, I think it's just flight stick. Yes, I have a stick, a throttle, and rudders. Nice. Nice. Like, Flight Sim is definitely the type of game that it feels, from an outsider's perspective, right? It feels like the type of game that you don't half-heartedly play. You know what I mean? Like people that are enthusiastic about it, like they're going to, you know, really put in the time and effort to play it. They're not just going to play it with like a mouse. Like they're going to get the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. Airtime stick. I like airtime stick. Anyway, alright, moving on. 7 months from Gaming Fan 1928. Thanks to Existential Joker for my sub gift. Crunch. Good morning, grandparents and internet cousins. Hope you're doing well. Giving my thoughts and prayers to Mama George. Also, 2 more months into a Twitch baby. Well, I appreciate the thoughts and prayers, and I know she does as well. And I believe she's... I think they're still here. I don't know when their day is starting.
I'm not sure.
But they do have...
I don't have my phone on me.
They do have hotel internet. Lord, I hope they're on Wi-Fi. Sorry, just brief... Like, I know that I helped them get on it.
To connect to the Wi-Fi? Yeah.
Certainly they're on it. If not, they will be out of cellular service. They'll be out. 300 bits from Konosuga. Not quite enough bits for 16, but I've got to celebrate my sub-anniversary somehow. Also, I've recently gained a new hobby of going on hikes on nature trails, and it's super relaxing. Nice. I would love to do that.
That's something I miss about northern Wisconsin.
Yeah. God, we have some trails and stuff, but you probably...
We also have some snakes and some spiders and
we do.
Gators and sharks.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, they're not on.
We go for...
They're not on trails.
We go for walks here, but it's around the neighborhood, and hikes are just much more fun. Also, I'm seeing lots of love in the chat for mods. I think it's appropriate. Thank you, mods. And I see what y'all are doing. I'll never acknowledge folks. I'll never acknowledge when there's trouble. But I see what the mods do, and I appreciate you. You're great. I haven't had coffee in a while.
I just heard the Keurig turn off.
I was like, as it's up to my lips, I'm like, there's nothing in this glass. But I could smell it, so I just huffed it briefly. Here's to the mods. Let's all huff coffee. You're a film student, you can sell it. I mean, I was behind the camera, not in front of it. My career has required both positions. But I'm only classically trained behind the camera. 7 months from Tropical Freeze, who says, offer up the crunch to these 3 toasts. Only then will I acknowledge your breakfast and give back your coffee. Yahaha. Thank you, Tropical Freeze. Hope you're enjoying that painting, by the way. 100 bits from Yuki. Thank you, Yuki. 300 bits from Waste Aeon. Seeing you eating biscuits makes me want to bake cinnamon buns. Nothing better than newly baked ones.
Yeah.
Sadly, I live in a one-room apartment, and I have no space in my kitchen area for such preparement. I mean, I know those woes. Just for the fact that when we were in Columbia, that kitchen
we had
was...
like 1 counter space. 1 square of counter space.
Yeah. And it all depends sometimes on like how the apartment is laid out. Because sometimes the apartments do put a lot of emphasis on kitchen and counter space. Line Rider says one counter space. 1 unit of counter space. It's true though. That's a measurement. It's like big enough for like a cutting board.
Here we have like 1, 2. We have 4, but 2 of them are like in an L shape, so like 2 people can't work. Real
talk though, I feel like our kitchen is weird. I feel like there should have been an island.
It's an option.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I mean, I guess to some extent you could have put a like a little breakfast nook in here.
Yeah, or a cart.
Something like that. But it definitely feels like it's a big space. And it should have been...
used right?
Did I say
used
nuke?
Better? Nook.
Did I accidentally say nuke? When you need breakfast and you need it quick, breakfast nuke. Blow the eggs into your mouth. 500 bits from Line Rider says, as I mentioned earlier in the month, this is my last stream before college starts and I can no longer watch them live. All online classes this semester. Also, I'm taking Japanese for the first time. Let's see if I can stick to it and learn a new language. You can do it. You can do it. I think if you think about the fact that you'll be able to enjoy... You'll be able to enjoy you know, like that media a little more thoroughly, I think that'll help you stick to it. Fossick says, did someone say learning Japanese? That'll give you the inspiration. Like the idea of like, oh man, I could play games in Japanese. I could read Japanese manga. Like I could visit Japan and more thoroughly experience the culture. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. I can't do it, but I've got folks around me who can, and they're doing great. They're keeping up with it. We get 10
Not
months.
me.
Well, you do whenever if we're going to Japan.
Yeah, just
you
brush up on
brush up.
basics.
But I think Chaz has kept up with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him out,
He has.
but I believe that Chaz has continued very much trying to study and learn, and I'm pretty sure. I think he's just ready. If and when we can go back, he wants to be able to do to be able to talk and stuff. And I'm like, that's good. That makes life easier. I just have to be around other people who can help me out. Basically.
I know.
But for the most part, it's a very accessible country even without even with the language barrier. It's been fine. We get 10 months from Flazefires, who says, I admire all the people who are able to write something funny in their resub messages. But seriously, thanks Stephen and Mal for providing some good laughs in the morning. Hope everyone has a good day. Well, thank you, Flace. Hope your day is good as well. We got 8 months from Justin the Light. 16 months from Lugo44. 300 bits from Courtney D. Smith. Good morning. I find myself having a Pavlovian response whenever I remember that it is a breakfast stream day. I get a rush of serotonin every time. Anyone else? I'm curious. I mean,
I look forward to Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I very much look forward to these days. So I kind of get a rush of serotonin, but I'm not always up otherwise, so my rush of serotonin comes in the form of the alarm going off. So the alarm goes off at like 8:20, and my brain is like, alarm. And then immediately my brain is like, it is alarm because breakfast stream. And then I'm like, oh, breakfast stream. So it's an excitement. 200 bits from Macau 2020. 23 months from Squid Baconator. 23-month anniversary and also my 7th day of work in a row. Instead of my job, can I just go back to bed? It's a lot of days of work in a row. I hope that you get a day off soon. Hope you get a chance to relax. We've started to consistently take Sundays off again.
Coffee!
And we picked that day because we don't have to be up in the morning for breakfast stream, and we're normally up late because of game night.
So we sleep in.
Yeah.
And that's been helpful. It's the second Sunday we've had off this week. So, and we're relaxing, but we're also using it as a chance to get chores done.
Yeah.
Which is how we've been working so hardcore.
File cabinet.
No, it's like second Sunday this week.
This month.
I just meant it was this
2 weeks in a row.
week, 2 days ago, was the second Sunday we've done it. That's what I meant. Language is hard.
We're still not done with that part of the checklist.
No.
We were like, look at this checklist. All right, let's focus on this one thing for 3 weeks.
Well, it's caused us a great deal of stress for months. That's why I've been attacking it so hard. I just want to deal with that part and get rid of it. But all the stuff is filed at this point.
We're just missing a couple of things, and we need to make sure some things are scanned.
Yeah.
We have digital copies of.
Part of the process is having both digital and physical copies of things.
Certain things. We're
really just trying to organize our lives in a way that they have not been organized ever. That's why we're going through stuff from like 7+ years ago, and like, do we need this? Do we not need this? And this needs shredded. This needs scanned and digitized, and we're just trying to do that. And it's nice because it does make you feel better, like to have things in an actual filing cabinet and have things sorted
instead of just a box.
Because there's been times where we needed things.
A
and
single paper that we couldn't find.
And we're like, where's... who knows? We would open a box full of hundreds or thousands of pieces of paper and be like, it's probably in here. And that's not a... It's not a good way of doing it. That's why... So we're starting with this level of organization, and then as I was saying earlier in the stream, eventually I'm going to get to the point I'm organizing those photos, so... I'm just... That's my life this year. That's what I want to do. So... Satsy says, I have a semi-sorted file system and I still have trouble. I mean, we're going really all in on this. I mean, ours is like...
I looked up, what, like, sorting systems for filing cabinets, and then we were starting from scratch, so it was easy to just be like, alright, I'll make all these folder tabs that have all of these categories.
Yeah. Mal took care of all of this, as she does. And it's... intense levels of, like, organization.
63 Phil says, is it also color-coded? Yes and no.
It's just, it's extremely specific. So it's great. It's great. Because she showed me what she was doing, and I was like, this is insane. This is... If we need to know where something is, there will be no second guessing. It's like, oh, this is where it is.
They make those hanging files, because we have a hanging file cabinet, that are, like, extra wide.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I have those for categories. So, like, one is, like, leases, or, like, stuff to do with renting.
Yeah.
And then there's just the regular file folders, not the hanging ones, inside that are, like, oh, current place we're renting, the place before, and then, like, stuff we need for that in there.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of broken up that way.
Also, the pinnacle of adulthood is when you get really excited about filing cabinets. Like, if you want to double check whether or not you're old, that's it. Anyone who's watching is like, this sounds great. Wow, that filing cabinet system sounds good. You're old. Congrats. And everyone else is like, I wonder when they're going to start talking about games and stuff again. You're still young. And that is how you know. Someday soon, however, will you hit a point where you get excited about that filing cabinet stuff? Yes. And when you do, you've crossed the line. I feel called out. Listen, old is in your head. It's not an age. It doesn't matter if some of you are in early 20s, doesn't matter. If you're getting excited about this file cabinet stuff, you're old. Coffee Get says I'm both things. Well, me too. I never said I didn't like games. I love games. Absolutely love games. But am I old? Oh, I am. I'm so old. 300 bits from DaniX6 who says, I'm experiencing a small quandary, and I think there are some peeps in chat who might be able to help. I have a trip to London planned for mid-September, planned during the before times. First and foremost, does anyone know if I'm allowed to travel from the US at this time? If so, any recommendations for things to do?
From the US? I don't know.
I don't think you are.
Brandon had a link from the UK government for
Okay, so Brandon's helping out there. I mean, things can change.
Yeah.
Mid-September's only, a month away. But shout out to Brandon for providing that info there. Regardless of whether or not you can travel, are there any things that I could recommend in London to do? No. No. I've been in London once when I was 18. And like I remember going to the museums.
That's all you.
And that's
yeah.
And like the museums are worthwhile. I just feel like museums in general are worthwhile. But that's it. Someday I hope to get back there. But beyond that, I don't have any specific recommendations. But again, you've got some folks here that may have recommendations, or also, maybe from London, might be able to help you. We got 4 months from Mike the Knight. Appreciate it. 1400 bits from QueerQuest. He says, "Hi guys, hope y'all had a great weekend. I personally put my car in a ditch.
Oh.
Attended my brother's Zoom wedding and had an end of summer pool party. Oh, and school started yesterday. Fun. I'm sorry about the car in a ditch. That's unfortunate. That happened to us once. Not in a ditch in like a wreck way, but in a ditch in a, oh, there's snow and we got stuck.
I parked on the side of the road and then couldn't get out because it was a ditch and filled with snow.
Yeah, it's not quite the same experience. But
Yeah.
but is that a thing that vaguely happened to us? Yeah. Yeah. It pulled us in.
Because it was slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mal was driving because I'm not allowed to drive in the snow. Not because I did anything wrong, but because I've never had experience, and therefore I'm never allowed to gain any. So Mal had pulled on the side of the road because we went to a house party
Yeah. Christmas Eve.
for Christmas Eve. And then when Mal went to leave, as she tried to leave, I think your tail pulled
Yeah.
itself
something like
into the
that.
ditch, and we realized we couldn't get out, and I think someone had to... Did we all push?
No, some guys came by with a tow rope. Just some guys.
That's right!
Just some dudes.
Just some dudes,
Yeah.
just some Wisconsin dudes, like,
Yeah.
oh hey there, are you getting stuck? That's all right. We got a tow rope. We'll help you out there. Just some dudes. Spiffle says that happens here in Calgary. Just some dudes, man, going by like, oh hey, you stuck? Like, okay, we'll help you out. 23 months from Phantom SVT. One more month until the big 2 next to the flip. Hope you two are doing very well this morning. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Looking forward to doing first 20 stream.
Tommy Tour says, is Wisconsin the Canada of the USA? Kind of that upper Midwest.
Yeah, there's a lot of shared accents in the Midwest, like Minnesota, Wisconsin. Maybe,
Yoopers.
yeah, I was gonna say part of Michigan also has that that sound as well. We got 18 months from Marty Griff 1980. Can you hear the cries of another Twitch baby, 2 after each other? I shall call him Cillian after my new nephew.
Aw.
Well, congrats on your new nephew, and then also on your 18 months of crotch. 334 bits from Mazel with an E. I know your knowledge is limited, but if Pokemon were real and replaced real animals, what would you think Kepi and Rocco would be? And if there are any other Pokemon you'd want as pets? Like Meowth? As they are cats. How many cat Pokemon are there? There's like Meowth and Persian and Skitty and
Delcatty.
Big Skitty.
Delcatty.
Delcatty. I don't really know a whole lot beyond that. I've thought about this question before because I think we brought it to Morning Mario. But like some of the Pokemon are just too dangerous. Like inside the world of Pokemon, like 10-year-old children are like, I live with my Charmander, and I'm like, well, your Charmander's gonna burn your house down. You can't just have a lizard whose tail is on fire constantly live with you. Like, that's not safe. You just can't. If Pokemon were real, the world would be in turmoil all the time. That being said,
Coffee.
something I could ride that could fly. That'd be pretty nice. Also, there like crime would be, I assume, be rampant. Also, you want to have some like dystopian thoughts about Pokemon. Like, Pokemon would be used for like military purposes. Wars would be fought with Pokemon. That's the real Pokemon experience. Things get dark really quick when you start thinking about Pokemon being real. Like, oh. Anyway. Chad says, I don't want to have dystopian thoughts about Pokemon, actually. Keep it light, Steven. 23 months from Mr. Incredible Nooblord. Kohai, pronounced Kohai, basically means underclassmen, so basically the opposite of senpai. Also, almost 2 years, oh my. So many folks at 23 months, like just waiting.
Just waiting.
Just waiting to cross that line.
Just waiting.
Also, Devin reminding me that Lieutenant Surge exists. Oh my god. That's true. Oh my god. So it's canon. Big yikes. We got stuff from Moonlight Charizard. Welcome. 300 bits from Furious Kidder. Big hugs for Mama and Papa George. Aw. 500 bits from Alyssa Little Bear, sending love to Mama George. Appreciate it. Mr. Incredible Noob Lord gifted a sub to Waffle House Ninja.
Waffle House Ninja.
Hograth VT with the Kirby Feet. Star Rain.
Kirby feet.
500 bits from Sparks15. Got to leave breakfast stream early today. My car battery is broken and I have to go get a new one put in. Fun. Anyway, wishing you all a great day. See you around. Hope that goes well. It's never a fun experience. The worst experience is the part where you turn the key and the car doesn't start. Anytime that happens at all.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have pushed to start. What happens now? Does anything change?
What do you mean? Like when you jump the car?
Well, I was just saying, like, if the car doesn't start, how will that work? Will it just not start?
Yeah.
Is that more or less anxiety-inducing than turning the key and hearing it go blah 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 blah?
I don't know.
I guess we'll discover when we finally have a problem. Press harder. Someone in Surge's gym mentions a war. So there was even a what? Yeah. Also, those early Pokemon games, like, they were more willing to be like, huh, like, yeah, people eat Pokemon, and Pokemon eat each other, and Pokemon eat people, and, like, there's death, and children die, ha! And then later they're like, no, it's a children's game, everything's fine. You kind of want to...
I'm gonna grab some water.
Cover that up a little bit. That sounds good.
Need anything?
No, I'm fine.
Another biscuit?
No. I'm fine. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everyone eats donuts. Ash, these are jelly donuts. 300 bits from Yuki Mizuno with the Honk Star Rain, and then immediately followed by another Star Rain. Yuki, thank you. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. I think I've been playing too much Breath of the Wild. I've had a number of dreams about it recently. Anyway, last night I took down the last Divine Beast, had a quick peek at Hyrule Castle, and found the last of the memories. After just over a month of playing, this game has flown by. So interesting hearing people talk about, you know, playing through the game and getting through it in like a month or so, because I know that we're going to be playing it for so long. But we're also playing at extremely different rates. I'm looking forward to the experience, though. I am. And I think it would be weird if we didn't do all the shrines. Still not, like, committing, but, like, I like the shrines so much. People were telling us, like, before we even started doing it, you know, you gotta do all the shrines. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. But once we've started, I'm like, okay, I really do like the shrines. 300 bits from Yuki again. Kermit, Star Rain. 300 bits from Jam. Good morning. It's funny I've been searching for a weird banana story on ancient bulletin boards from 1992 on the internet. I need closure. Also, today is National Couples Day and National Fajita Day, so feel free to share a fajita for dinner. Also, Mail Order Catalog Day, if those still exist. It will be 113, and I am not looking forward to it, but the heat should lessen this week, without many more fire tornadoes, hopefully, and made the perfect flip cheese omelet with my last 2 eggs. Woo. Yeah, I saw the thing about the fire tornadoes, and I was like, you know, in the context of 2020, nothing really surprises me anymore. I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for like a locust plague at this point. The fire tornado was it was beautiful though, for as scary as it is conceptually. I was like, that's definitely a beautiful thing.
Coffee.
So there's that. I don't think we'll be having a fajita today, but we did have tacos last night, so that's pretty close. Pretty close. Also, we were just watching, you said mail order catalog, we were just watching some documentary stuff about Sears. Just to let you know what we do with our time. And it took me back. Took me back to childhood and looking through the Christmas catalog. I think that's something that, you know, is certainly lost on this generation. I'm not sure when that died out. I think it lasted a while, though. I think even into the early 2000s, the Sears Christmas catalog still existed. I think it did, but certainly in the 90s. Like, the 90s was... I went through the Sears catalog and just, like, circled the things I wanted for Christmas. It made Christmas shopping easy. It's like, this is what I want. Can you please mail this to Santa? My parents were like, sure. We can do that. We got 301 bits from Squid with the bagel, Star Rain. 8 months from VCR-san. Oh, hey, 8 months. Been a blast watching my favorite grandparents. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. 7 months from Fror Wolf. 300 bits from Mr. Gameboy 18, who says, so my dad worked swing shift for several years. The one shift that is just awful because you can't have a sleep schedule since it keeps changing. In reference to a much earlier cheer. That one would be hard. That would be genuinely difficult. Like, the most important thing, if you can, like, if you do night shift and you're genuinely okay with getting up in the evening and that being your life, the most important thing is really just having consistent sleep. Get enough sleep, but make sure you get it consistently. Whatever time you wake up, whatever time you go to bed, largely irrelevant as long as you're trying to do it as close as you can to the same time every night. If you're changing shifts, that would make life really, really hard. I don't think that I could keep doing that. We got 23 months from BC 2014, who says, just quickly popping in. Hope you are both doing well today. Thank you, BC. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Mech says, calling out Jules again, I see. I always wish him and every other part of the TRG crew well. And I hope that whatever time they choose to sleep, it's just consistent. It's consistent. Or whatever they're doing is working for them. 12 months from Night City. It's a year, thank you. Got 14 months from Georgia the Sophist. Finally got a new laptop after almost 6 years. I can play Steam games again. Mostly Civ 6 and Stardew Valley. Nice. Nice. We had someone here last week, I think on Breakfast Stream, talking about getting a new computer, and we're really excited for it. I ordered a computer, and I'm also very excited for it. I think it arrives tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the increased power and time-saving abilities, and then also to be free from dongle hell. As much as I've enjoyed the MacBook, there's a lot of dongles. And then also to future-proof the vlog camera, which has really been the biggest concern. Is like, if I get a new vlog camera, which I will at some point, I really need to make sure that I can edit. Really need to make sure I can edit the footage.
Coffee!
Fossick says, dongle hell sounds like a phrase that Automod would not be happy about. It's true. Mech says, how's the I.O. on it? Well, so here's the big thing. The big thing is just the MacBook Pro, God bless it, has 4 Thunderbolt ports on it. Well, they're USB Type-C, 2 of which are Thunderbolt 3. But it's just that one connection. And, like, that's cool that Apple is always so forward-thinking that they change everything before the industry is caught up. So then you've got a billion devices that use Type A, and you're like, thanks, Apple. But they've always done this. Like, they got rid of disk drives, like, 5 years before it was the thing to do. And, like, okay, cool, you're forward-thinking, but you've gotten rid of stuff so quickly. Anyway, so as a result, I've had to, plug everything into other stuff. So yeah, I'm glad I'm going to be free of that. All right, let's keep moving on. 300 bits from Short Tom, who says, good morning. I normally lurk, so I don't really have anything special to say. Thanks for the wholesome, happy start to my morning. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I had mentioned it, I had mentioned your name specifically, I guess last week, I think. You would either send in bits or subscribe, and I was like, that's a name I haven't heard in a bit. But I hope you're having a good time. 3 months from Lock Coley, it's a plus, And also 250 bits from them, which I appreciate. 300 bits from Noah, who says, I got my schedule for next semester, and all of my classes are from 5 to 8. I'll be taking biochemistry, cell biology, and human genetics. Please send good vibes. I definitely need it.
At least it's not organic chem.
Any of those are frightening to me. I'm like, no, you're on your own. Good luck.
Steven will not be tutoring you.
It's true. If you need help in like
Cameras?
if you need help in your filmmaking classes, let me know. I can help out there. 21 months from Unbent Reagent. Morning, guys. Hope you all have a great day. I can't wait for Breath of the Wild on Friday. It's the thing I look forward to the most each week. Here's to many more months. Thank you. Looking forward to Friday as well. Noah says, I'll hit you up. It's different, isn't it? People going to school for art-related stuff where everything is subjective versus going to school for science where everything is objective.
Yeah.
Like, if you learn math and science, you learn facts. You learn facts. And you go into an art field and, like, there are rules and there are things that we know apply to humans and humanity and, like, how people perceive images and things like that. We know that, but it is still subjective.
I took a whole class on that. And it was, like, from 7 p.m. to 9, one day a week. Maybe it was, like, 6 to 9. It was a long class one day a week, and it was called Aesthetics. But it was just like, read this writing about why people think art is art and reflect on it, and then we'll talk about it in class.
Yeah. Science objective? It's less so than you think. Well, sure. And I understand the sentiment behind that statement, but it's still, and you'd agree, it's still very different from the art field of, you can make a thing, and you can present it to multiple different professors, and they could all grade you completely different.
And depending on how you spin it.
Yes, that's the... Part of art is talking about art.
Yeah.
I have a lot of strong capital O opinions about
like your
that.
classmate who basically just painted blue
And then
after Eve's Klein blue.
And broke down and cried all over the floor.
Yeah. And then I had a classmate who, like, drew a panda and, like, must have been, like, out of her mind on something. And she was like, I did it because I like pandas. And the professor was like, but why?
There is often a Venn diagram of mind-altering drugs with artists. There's a... Anyway, family-friendly. 300 bits from Jam, who says, 13 years of Opposite Orange this September, by the way, if I recall correctly. I was thinking how someone who watched your earliest content could potentially have children who are now about to go into high school who might be inspired to make content of their own and be young creatives too. Cheers and encouragement that we at least get to 2033 and we have college professors as grown-up vlog watchers teaching your vlogs as examples of 2010 internet content or something else cool before the Peggy brings about the end. I do think about that sort of thing sometimes. Just, you know, in general, the idea that, like, there are folks that have watched for a long time, and they do have kids. And I don't know any that are in, like, high school, but some of them are kind of getting close.
Yeah.
And it's always just weird for us in general when we hear that someone's like, I've been watching you since I was in middle school and I just graduated college. And we're like, oh. Oh. But it makes us feel good. You know, it's more good than bad. So, it's been nice to be around this long. I've enjoyed it. Let's see, we got 300 bits from Core K0017. Good morning, Stephen and Al. Better late than never. My parents are having their roof replaced, and it is extremely loud in here. I'm turning some of the banging noises that are cutting through my head into bits for you. Appreciate you guys extra on a morning when I definitely need my headphones on. It may start to get to you after a while. You have to kind of give yourself a mantra of, this will end, this will end. Because I remember when we had some work done at the old house, and do you remember? You about lost your mind.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I've ever seen Mal that frantic before. And we had to start being like, hey, it's gonna stop, it's gonna stop. But Mal was having,
can't
like,
go all night.
Mal was having a bit of a breakdown. But you got through it. We got 22 months from Dark Sky Destiny. 22 months! Holy bejeebus! Thank you, Dark Sky. Moist Crunchy Potato gives us up to Coffee Huffer. I mean, you should do it. Real Goose said, I've been watching you guys since I was about 11 and I'm graduating high school next year. See what I mean? Yeah, we've been around a while. 22 months from Missing No Leader. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Shy. Ah yes, there's famous South Carolina nature trails that take you through the reefs in the ocean, known to be dangerous for their common shark attacks. How could we possibly forget? We do have nature trails. Not through the ocean. But as Mal points out, we do have all of the venomous snakes in North America, in South Carolina, and I know that that has caused you a concern.
Oh, yes.
Just...
And gators.
Yeah, you're not going to find a gator in the woods. You're not going to find a gator.
Our woods are swampland.
If you're walking through a swamp, maybe. But if you're walking through the woods, capital W, you're not going to find a gator. It's fine. Anyway. 19 months from Kazeume. 500 bits from Locke Coley, who says, I've been watching you for years. Mostly everything has gotten better. The exception is that quarantine here. Ooh.
It's gotten bigger, though.
Hey, it's gotten bigger. You've heard the expression bigger and better. Well, some things are better and some things are bigger.
Yesterday, you brushed it all out, and then you, like, shook your head, and it was like a puffball.
Yeah, I had an afro, like, last night. I don't know. See, the day that I shower, it's the biggest. And then the days following that, it starts to go down a little bit because my hair starts getting more of the oils. Renee says Dexter couldn't handle it anymore. He got his hair cut. There was a little boy under all that hair. See, I've been enjoying it more than I thought I would.
Shake your head a little.
I can't shake it too much or it'll trigger vertigo, but as long as I keep it to light shakes, I'll only get mildly dizzy. 300 bits from Kazuyumi. Notice that one music track of the last Breath of the Wild VOD was muted due to copyright. Just wanted to let you know if you hadn't already seen it. I did address this briefly earlier in the stream, but I took care of it. The VOD itself I did not fix because the VOD will expire on its own in 60 days, but the highlight is fixed. And the reason that happens is a whole thing that we have the rights to the music, like we have the rights to play it, but there's problems with the system, so we won't get into it. 300 bits from Jam, who says, I was listening to a fascinating video recently, which dealt with Ghost of Tsushima, which is a great game, which is very hard to find a physical copy of in Japan, and I was looking at reviews translated online, and it was fascinating to see how Japanese players deal with the translation of a Japanese-style game into Japanese from English originally. They noted that the speed of English is so fast in the script compared to Japanese, so the dub/sub has to go really fast to keep pace. Oh. I had not considered that at all, but that's fascinating. And that's true. Huh. That's true just because whenever I'm watching Japanese stuff that has subtitles,
Yeah.
I read through it so much more quickly than
It takes to get through it.
it takes to go to the next part of it. Huh. That's really neat. That's interesting that it's hard to find a physical copy in Japan. I wonder if the Japanese copy, as a result, will become, like, rare and valuable. Don't know. 114 bits from Night Owl. 300 bits from Ravencloak. Owl, Raven. Who says, I got super excited on Saturday. My parents bought us a brand new vacuum, and I was actually super giddy.
Ooh.
I hope it sucks. That was a joke. Getting a new vacuum is nice. Ours is still working pretty well.
Yeah.
But we had that Hoover.
The old one.
Yeah. It was like a $60 Hoover.
My mom had a Kirby vacuum when I was growing up, and it was like solid metal.
Oh, they weigh like 70 pounds.
Yeah. It was so heavy.
Yeah.
And it was like an old-fashioned one, like the same style of vacuum as in Brave Little Toaster.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
it looked just
oh my God,
like that.
I haven't thought
Yeah.
about that in forever. That part is horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
That's like trauma-inducing to
That's
children.
why I don't like that movie. Because it scared me so much.
My God, I forgot about that. should watch that sometime. 300 bits from Vermula, who says, gonna leave now to continue binging your Breath of the Wild streams. Have a nice day, everyone. Also, I'm 29 and want filing cabinets. I feel ancient. It's just part of growing up. It's just part of growing up, and there's no shame in that. One of the things that's always felt like an evolution of age to me is I remember being a child, and my parents would have people over, and they would just chat. And I remember that feeling so weird to me, being like, y'all aren't even gonna like play a game? And then you get to a certain point, and that's all you want to do. Like, by the time I was in my early 20s, I was like, oh, this is great. I just want people over, and I just want to talk for hours. Especially now. Now I just crave people. I'm like, where's the people? But that's an effect of the during times. It's just so nice to talk to folks. You had that happen too. It's true. It's true. When you're a kid, you don't understand. You're like, why would you want to like do something? And then you get older and you're like, no, you don't need anything to do. But you can also play games at the same time. We got 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, in order to keep warm, especially during deep dives, pinnipeds have blubber that insulates them. They also can restrict blood flow to certain parts of their body. True seals and walruses can contract or dilate their blood flow near their skin surface to reduce or increase heat loss at need. However, eared seals, such as sea lions, instead just enter the water to avoid overheating. Can you imagine having so much control over your blood flow? Need more blood. Need less blood.
I'm glad I can't, actually.
Yeah, because I wonder if they ever become conscious of it and they're like, oh crap, more blood, less blood, no, too much blood, ah!
Like when you become conscious of breathing.
Yes, and then you almost hyperventilate because you're like, I have to breathe, ah! Blood bending. Anyway, 23 months from Maylene, who says, it's been almost 2 weeks since my interview, and they said it could be up to 2 weeks before getting an offer. I'm hoping to get it. Fingers crossed and good vibes to you. Good vibes. First off, I hope that you get it, but then also I hope that the 2 weeks leading up to this potential offer aren't, like, completely nerve-wracking. Because I know that you being on edge about that can be a little troublesome. But I hope things work out. We got 300 bits from Trent2L. DLC adds more shrines. Don't forget to do it. Yeah, I heard that. I heard it adds just a couple more. Enough to get another little bonus thing. Extra hearts. 300 bits from Shy. A lot of Pokemon characteristics just don't jive with real-world physics, like Magcargo, whose body temperature burns at the temperature of the sun. Not to mention the multiple Pokemon that kidnap children or drag people into the depths of hell itself. Looking at you, Duck Noir. Like I said, there'd be some problems.
Yeah.
There would be...
some problems.
There would be some problems. Is it not Duck Noir? Oh, Dusk Noir. Oh. Not to call Shy out, but the S is missing. So it's D-U-K Noir. So I assumed it was a duck. Is it not a duck? If it's not, it totally should be, and I'd love to see someone do art of a private eye duck. This case is going quackers. Duck Noir. Anyway, that typo created Duck Noir, and I'm happy about it. It's a ghost? Is it a ghost duck? 300 bits from Mr. T. Warner, who says, mail order catalogs, I still get a few a month. That's how I waste my money buying super kitsch house decor. Okay, yeah, so catalogs do still exist. Mao actually gets, you get them from Uline.
Yeah.
Although I don't think you actually order.
No.
They just keep sending them.
It's because of the LLC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want to get crap you don't need, form a company. Form a corporation. Once we formed an LLC, we get so much additional mail. So much additional mail. I mean, like...
I get Blick catalogs too, but I had to go and stop that because I don't need a Blick catalog.
We throw so much crap away. Because, like, stuff comes and, like, you need this for your company. And I'm like, I don't. They're like, what about this for your company? And I'm
Do
like,
you need
trash.
pens? No.
Sometimes they include, here's a pen, try it out for your company. Your employee, and I'm like, it's me, man. Like, some of the, like, they don't even know. It's just like cold calling. It's like, your 500 employees could really use, and I'm like, I don't know. I think Dan has a pen. Like, I think we're good. 300 bits from Zeosarn. Totally not late here. Hi. On the topic of IRL Pokemon earlier, I'd love to have a Flygon to help me fly around, Empoleon to travel up further north / whenever winter comes, and why not Gossifleur, the new Gen 8 Mon. Hopefully I haven't mispronounced too many of these. Like I said earlier, I just want to be able to fly. Or if someone could, like, if you could, like, teleport. But again, if anyone had access to this, like, the world would be in turmoil. 1,000 bits from Moselle with an E. From basically 3rd gen till at this point 7th gen, all of the organizations try to weaponize the legendary Pokemon. X and Y using a super weapon created 3,000 years ago from a war that killed all Pokemon just to revive one guy's favorite. Looks like Pokemon stayed dark. But that was just dark at the beginning, but nope. Stayed dark. But God forbid we have casinos. Gotta take out the casinos in the game.
No casinos.
Can't have casinos. Satsy gifted a sub. Caught me off guard. Waffle House. Satsy gifted a sub to Dongle Fongle. That was someone chose that name. Kazeumi gifted a sub to Thermodynamics. I can still say it. 19 months from Zaraka. A whole 19 months. The worst part of art school was explaining your concept. I don't miss it. Yeah, especially because sometimes, legit, and it's totally valid. It's totally valid to make something and be like, I like the way this looks.
You just have to figure out how to word that.
Yeah.
Coffee.
It's totally okay to be like, this looks cool. That's why I made it, because it looks cool. I didn't do it to invoke a particular emotion. I did it because I think that it looks nice.
You just gotta throw in big art words to that and it'll work.
I know. I know. I know. It's fine. It's fine. And you know, occasionally there is reasons behind things, but...
Andrew says me. I made cake because I want to eat it.
Yeah. 63 Phil says, I did it to make people say, wow, that's cool. Which is valid. Easton Sarah says, I hated that in creative writing. The curtains were blue because of the sad meter and depressing reality of life. No, in my head, the curtains were for blue. Yep. Yep. And, like, can there be meaning behind things? Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's okay. And thinking about things on a deeper scale, it can be fun. But also, you know what can be fun? Just drawing a picture. Just drawing a picture. Just taking a photo. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. But did I get really good at BS? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Art school literally teaches you how to become good at that. And so if I need to talk at length about something with large words that mean very little, oh, I can do it at the drop of a pen. 666 bits from Mr. Viperfang, who says, today we're going to learn about the psychological breakdown of a content creator in the mid-2010s. Plays the Searle vlog. I hope that that's used in a classroom setting someday. 300 bits from Mr. Incredible Nooblord with the Pikachu Star Rain. 300 bits from Furious Kitty. Story time. I once had a thermodynamics professor who would say the word thermodynamics in almost every sentence. Also, he was talking so fast he always said thermnamic. German pronunciation. Am I the professor? 300 bits from Jithy Picard, who says, talking about vacuums, though, on the Luigi's Mansion series. I wonder if we have Luigi's Mansion music.
Maybe.
Probably like 1 or 2 songs.
At least, yeah.
Probably. 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang, who just says Duck Noir, but included honk, so we'd get a duck-like emote, or alert rather. Clever. Kazuyuma gifted a sub to Duck Noir. Glad we invented a Pokemon today. 500 bits from Sparks15. Hi, I'm back. I didn't think you'd still be live when I got back, but yay! I won't miss Thunderdome/Honey Monster time. Yeah, we
the Honey Monster.
well, we ended up going a little long today because, I mean, a complete hype train. That is always going to extend things a little bit, but we're almost done, just near the hair. 300 bits from Anne, who says Snorlax eats trainers who wake it up too suddenly. Beware breaks trainers' backs by giving them hugs. Drifloon carries children off to the underworld by getting them tangled in its strings, but Pokemon is a children's game. Yeah, as long as you don't read the Pokedex. Don't read the Pokedex entries and you'll be fine. Yeah, I think it's, is it Hypno or Drowsy? I think it's Hypno, that, like, lures children away from their families and takes them into the woods. Like, Jesus, what? It's very frightening. 1400 bits for Mr. Incredible Noodlord. Does this alert still exist? I feel like I haven't heard it in forever. It does. It does. Hypno? Yeah, okay. Yep. That's a Hypno thing. They're frightening. 300 bits from Maximin, who says, I've been watching you since I was 11 years old, and now I'm 2 months away from being 20. Talk about feeling old. I have such fond memories of running to my laptop after school every day to watch the hot new LP Smash Brothers Brawl. Now I'm almost 20, rushing to my laptop to catch the hot new breakfast stream before work. Thanks for everything you guys do. I appreciate it. It's also kind of fun that some of the series have repeated. So, like, running to your laptop to watch Smash Brothers Brawl, and, like, now you can run to your laptop to watch Smash Brothers Ultimate.
That's what I was gonna say.
We've been at this for a bit. 4 months from Slade Watkins, who says, Grandparents, I've done the thing again. Woo! Oh, there's a song! Say only thermodynamics, but only in wrong way. I don't even have to try thermodynamics. 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 Thermodynamics and thermodynamics and thermodynamics. Gotta be careful not to swear. Gotta be careful not to swear. My mouth really does. My mouth goes back to that song that I made that one time. So I'm trying to be very careful. I'm like, don't say the lewd thing. Don't say Turbo by boom.
That you do it.
It was 6,000 bits from Mr. Game Boy 18 who said, say only thermodynamics, but only in wrong ways. No problem. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Ducktective. Great name. And 300 bits from Read the Nintendo Painter says, I agree. I don't do art to tell a full complex story. I do it for fun. I had an art teacher once who was very story-driven with her art, and we very frequently disagreed on a lot of things. And it's, you know, I understand that from the perspective of an art professor, they want people to think about the big picture. And I think that that's valid. I think that it's important to instill upon writers or artists or whatever the idea of considering bigger picture stuff and considering meaning in minuscule whatever. But does it have to be that way? No. No, it doesn't. You can do it both ways. You can go your own way. Art doesn't have to have meaning. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are finished. Like I said earlier in the stream, we will be back.
You will be back later today.
Yeah, I said, no, I guess not we. I will be back later
Yeah.
today to do a first 20 stream. So that'll be happening at some point. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to guess it's going to be after 3 p.m. just because I got to get some stuff ready, and also we have to go feed Rocco.
Yeah.
So it's going to it'll probably be after 3. If it starts before, then cool, but it probably won't. Otherwise, if you missed it, also there is a stream on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Mao and I will be here playing Mario Odyssey and also giving away copies of Mario Odyssey, digital copies, I should say, courtesy of Nintendo. Which, again, might cause some people to go, why?
I'm excited to
I
play
don't
Odyssey.
know.
That's
I
just
don't
what they
know.
said.
That's just what's happening. So speculate all you want. I'm not a part of it. I'm just here
To play Odyssey.
to play Odyssey and to give some copies away. Yeah.
I'm excited. I like Odyssey a lot.
Intelligent One says, if it's digital only, why is it only US? It's legal stuff. Like giving away, like the very short version is that like giving away a prize like changes depending on the territory that you're doing it. So that's why it can only be US. But of course, everyone else is welcome to tune in and still enjoy the stream. So, yeah. All right, last alert of the day here. We got 300 bits from Shy, who says the Gen 4 Legendary Trio literally takes away your emotions, memories, or just straight up puts you into a coma if you as so much as touch them. Also, the actual legendaries are basically full-on gods that control time and space. That last part I knew. I learned about that. Now some of them are basically just like, it used to be that it was like Mew is this crazy Pokemon that exists, and we took its DNA and made Mewtwo. And now it's like there's gods. They made everything. And I think there's multiple. It's like there's this god, he made everything. Oh, but there's a few. They work together. They get breakfast together on the weekends. And I'm like, at what point are we gonna go bigger and be like, well, they made the galaxies, but oh, this one made the universe. Also, it's a multiverse. The scale has changed a lot. 300 bits from Satya says, I arted. Did you art? 2 people arted. I mean, I have to ask mods. I have to ask Chaz. Are we showing art before we end off today? This is not my decision.
Chaz's.
That's Chaz's decision. It's me, Duck Noir. Quack. I still don't have coffee in here. But I'm huffing it. I'm huffing it. Also interesting, I just noticed that on Breakfast Stream, I have the art behind the chat. By Mintan. Duck Noir, no case, too hard, too quack. Ooh, that's good wordplay. I like that. Yeah, on Breath of the Wild streams, I have it in front of chat. I just realized here, I don't. Does it matter? I could like hit a button and fix it, but I'm like, it's fine.
Fix it later.
Does it need fixed? Probably not. That was great. Y'all are great. Thank you for doing art. I appreciate it. And with that, it's a long stream. Hope you all had fun. I had a great time this morning, and have a wonderful day. And I sincerely hope I'll get to see you later today. We're gonna be playing through a few games. I'm excited to try them out, and hopefully you'll be excited to tune in. All right, goodbye.